Hi guys, I said that I was going to film a Q&A for you guys on van life and everything that's been going on. So I'm going to be doing that. I have your questions written down and I will be telling you guys the answers. So the first question I have is, how did you decide to do this? So I decided to do van life because actually my dad in May made a comment. My trip to France got canceled and he made a comment about how I hadn't explored the US and maybe this was an opportunity to do so. I might have taken him a tad bit too seriously, but in that moment I decided, fine, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And that's when I decided I was going to buy a van. So that was in May. That was the inspiration for it. I've always been the type of person that once I set my mind to something, I'm doing it. So that's what I decided to do. What do you have planned so far? I have everything planned. I'm a planner, so I planned everything really about the road trip, where I was going, where I was staying, what I was doing, who I was seeing, all of that kind of stuff. I planned all of that before I even bought the van. Am I leaving it open to possibly change? Yes, but currently it's all planned. And I highly suggest doing that before you make any big purchases, so you clearly know what you're doing and you don't get left confused about where you're going to stay or what you're going to do, all of that kind of stuff. Sorry if you hear the wind in the back too. I have the door open for better lighting, but it's nice and breezy out. It's finally Florida, like 70, 60 degrees, especially in the morning. So for us, that's fall and I love it. Okay, next question. What was the renovation timeline what you expected it to be? No, absolutely not. This has definitely been my hardest challenge. So I started this journey in like June, July is when I really started full front going with it after I had made all my plans in May. I didn't find a van until October. So originally it was going to be find the van, 3 to 4 months to renovate, and then be home for the holidays. So since I didn't find a van till October, it's been crazy and I really have been doing a renovation in a month. So that took 3 or 2 months away from me. So no, timeline has not gone at all how I expected it to be. It's sucked, but it's doable, I think. We'll find out. But no, did not go on timeline at all. It took so long to find a van, so that's something to account for. It's because I didn't want to buy new, and I ended up getting close to new anyways. My van's a 2018, so it's basically, it didn't have a lot of miles on it. It wasn't that huge of a price difference, so I didn't end up really saving as much as I wanted to. I didn't want to have a car payment, and I do have a car payment, so that kind of sucked. But no, don't try and think you're going to get it on a timeline because you can't. It's just not possible. How is driving such a big car? This is a good one. I was really worried about this, especially because the type of vans that I got, they don't necessarily all have back mirrors, and mine specifically doesn't. So you have to rely on your side mirrors. It's like a really big deal actually, is figuring out how to like look in your side mirrors instead of look in the back. But otherwise, I feel like I've really already got the hang of it. After driving it all the way back from Houston back to Tampa, 14 hours by myself, I really got a good hang of it. It's still big, and like I was super proud of myself the other day. Normally Jess has to help me, like guide me, back me out of the driveway that we have it parked in that we're working on it in. But I did it all by myself the other day with no guide and just using the backup camera. So that's been great. The backup camera is a must. Make sure your van has it. Next question. Are you leaving room for spontaneous trips? I'm such a planner that honestly, I haven't currently, but I'm leaving a giant gap at the end. I technically will be ending in September if things go according to plan. I'm well aware of and I'm okay with if things don't go according to plan. But according to my plan and how I've planned out my social media classes, which if you don't know about that, that's something I've talked about on my Instagram, but I will be hosting social media classes in all the major city hubs along the way. So as long as all of that goes according to plan and I don't have to move that, I should be done in mid-September. If that's the case, then I wanted to kind of leave September, October open to do a little bit more before I settle down and find a home again and figure out what my next move is. So no, I didn't really leave room for spontaneous trips, but I'm really up for spontaneous activities in all of my places. So I'd love recommendations or suggestions on all the different places I'm going. Next we have, are you doing a composting toilet? Okay, we went back and forth on this one. I ended up settling on a flush toilet. It just made more sense. Composting toilets are slightly different. I didn't like how I was going to have to empty the composting toilets. Plumbing is a whole breed that I just really don't understand. I'd love to have Jess do a video with me on talking on plumbing and what we did. We have water tanks that we're using and a water pump for all of that kind of stuff. I could go into more depth, but really and truly it's not my expertise, and that's between plumbing and electrical. Those are the places that I needed the most help. Everything else Jess and I were able to do on our own. It was really those two that we were really the most stressed out about. So, but yes, I have a flush toilet, not a composting toilet, to answer that question. What in the build took you the longest? Currently, right now, our biggest issue is waiting for plumbing and electric to be done to do everything else. A lot of the things we need to do, like putting up the final walling and the flooring and putting in stuff and nailing it all down, we need electrical and plumbing to be done. The problem is finding a plumber and electrician that will work on a car has been really difficult for us. We've gone through so many different plumbers and electricians that's put us back a ton. There's weeks that I've gone where I know I could have been working and getting stuff done, and I just haven't been able to because we're stuck. So that's been my biggest challenge thus far, and I think what's taken the longest. Insulating I thought was going to take us a really long time, but honestly we knocked it out really quickly. I thought that was going to be days on end of work, but insulating was actually not difficult, and that was something I had no problem doing myself or with Jess. I did a couple of panels by myself when she was at work once. We did it together and we worked really well and smoothly together, so that one didn't take as long as I thought it was going to, so that was a surprise. What are some things you had to get rid of to downsize? I got rid of basically all my furniture, minus my mattress and a really special bench that I love. I refuse to give it up. It's vintage and I love it. And then a lot of my friends took a lot of my stuff to put in their homes and use, or I sold stuff, but that was a big downsize, was furniture. I got rid of half of my clothes and I still have so much clothes. I'm gonna have to sell more probably, but clothing was a big downsize, and like just little knickknacks that like I thought I needed, or like if I had 10 of the same hair product, I needed to just have one, like, and I hated parting with it because I felt wasteful, but it was just time. I tried to give away as much as I could to people that wasn't already super used, but it's little things like that that you don't realize, like, okay, you have a bathroom with a ton of cabinets, you don't have that anymore, so you have to figure out where you're gonna put stuff. It's like you're packing for a really, really long trip, and only essentials can come. So that's where I downsized a lot of things. Are you building a type of wireless or satellite network to stay connected? That is something I'm working on currently right now. I will be needing wireless in the van so I can work fully remote, because I will be working fully remote and I don't ever want to be without service. So I will be going through my phone provider, which just happens to be AT&T, to work on setting up a wireless network in the van. I have to wait until I get home to do that, because since my mom is the carrier, the main head carrier, whatever it is, our phone bill, because I'm on a family plan, they won't talk to me without her. So I just decided that I would do that and install that last, since it's not a huge issue right now. And we would do that together when I get home to Colorado, which I'm still in Florida right now. So that will come, and I'll have more information on that. I'll probably do a blog on that, but not there yet, but we'll have it. Cooking and food, what are you doing for that? So currently, actually, we were just talking about this today. Originally, we were doing a battery-powered stove, but now we're looking more at a gaslight stove, because it takes less electric and then saves me on generator power and stuff like that. So we're talking about a gaslit stove. So I'll have that ability to cook, and then I do have a fridge and a freezer. Otherwise, I'll have hot water, stuff like that. I don't do much cooking anyways. I suck. I'm like not a good cook. So it's like little things like that I won't need. The most of the time I use my air fryer and microwave. I won't have the microwave there, but I still have my air fryer. So everything that I cook, I can cook in the air fryer. Chicken, sausage, vegetables, chicken nuggets, which we all know I'm obsessed with. I could even pop some bagel bites in there. Honestly, it's probably healthier too that I'm doing that instead of microwaving all the time. So the air fryer is going to be my best friend, and hopefully a lot of food collaborations along the way to keep me up and eating and not eating fast food all the time. Clothing storage. So I am actually storing all of my clothing underneath my bed. So how we have it built out is we have the back is all for the bed, and we're essentially putting these two giant cabinets underneath and then building the bed frame on top of it. So it's an extra security for my bed to go on top of. So that's where all of my clothing is going to go. Everything else, anything that's super seasonal and that I just don't need, I'm probably going to try and leave at my parents' house. But that's where I'm doing all my storage, is underneath the bed, so it doesn't take up any extra space. How do you run AC heat with the engine off? that's all through the generator. And actually I learned, we're in the works talking right now with the electrician about putting solar panels on top. And that honestly, one of the girls we're working with, she also has a van that she renoed. She has told us that in complete, like her complete system, she could do the AC, the heat, the I'm trying to think, her fridge, all of that ran with solar power. So we are going to put some solar powers on the top to help with that, but I'll also have a generator because I have a lot of electronics I use. My whole life's on the internet. I need to be able to hook up my devices, all of that kind of stuff. And I'm a girly girl. I need my curling iron and my straightening iron, all that stuff. So we've accounted for all of that, all of the voltage, everything like that. And we're going to hook that into the electrical as well. So I have enough voltage, but I'll need a generator. So I won't just purely run off of solar power, but I will have the solar power as an extra thing on there. So it lowers my cost on the generator. Downsizing. Plans for making money. So if you guys are new here, you don't know me, I actually am in the social media and marketing world. I've been working at a marketing firm. I actually recently just left there, but now I am full-time on my own. I do a lot of freelance work, but I also am an influencer. So, you know, my money is normally made through brand collaborations, helping other businesses, stuff like that. Design, photography. I would love to shoot. If you guys need a photographer and I am going to be in your state, please reach out because I will be open to doing shoots with everyone. I will be doing social media classes on the road. So if you're interested in learning about more social media for your business or for yourself, I would love to have you at one of my classes. Please reach out, give me your email, and I can send you all the information on dates and costs over. But yeah, that's what I do for a living and I love it. And I would be doing that in the van or not in the van. So it just so happens that I'm fortunate enough to have a job that I can do in a van or I can do in a home. So I could do it under a bridge if I wanted to. Just give me some internet and we're set to go. So that's what I'll be doing for money on the road. Where do you plan to shower? This is 80 plus people ask me where I plan to shower. You guys are very worried about my showering needs and my cleanliness. So the perk of what I do and van life is that I won't be doing too much camping. I'll be doing a lot of camping while I am in national parks. And for that, we are in talks right now about hooking up a shower to the back of the van so that when the doors are open, I can pull a curtain and shower outside real quick if I'm dirty. The reality is I didn't want to we could have put a shower in, and I didn't want to do that because I'm really afraid of it getting muggy or too humid in the van or ruining things that I have in there that are nice because water and like heat and all of that can be kind of crazy. So I decided not to build out a shower in the van. Also, it was going to take a lot of extra time and a lot of work. So we bypassed that. But because of that, the reason I'm able to do that is I am staying at a lot of friends' houses. I'm staying at a lot of hotels and a lot of Airbnbs. So that'll kind of cut my shower needs a lot. I did have a suggestion from my roommate, or actually I think her boyfriend came up with it and she relayed it to me, but I thought it was really funny. He told me that I should get a membership to Planet Fitness, and then anywhere I go, I can walk into a Planet Fitness and I can shower. So if I get on the road and I cannot handle the fact that I can't shower as much, then that will be my route. Honestly, with my hair, I don't wash my hair more than like once or twice a week. And honestly, on the road, I feel like it'll be less because, you know, you get to throw it up and not worry about it. So really and truly, it's just gonna be quick body showers. And if I have that hookup on the back of the van, that's really easy. So I'm not too worried about it. I know you guys are super worried about it. I think I'm gonna have to do a whole post on it or a blog on it or something because you guys are really concerned about it. Like I got so many messages about showering. So I'll keep you posted on that one. I really won't know till I hit the road on that. So we'll see. But the last question that I have today is, am I going to have a posting schedule for YouTube? I know I need to. Here's the deal right now. Everything is so weird and up in the air and we're still building. So I just really haven't had the time to like sit down, edit videos and get them out. I know I've posted 3 now. This will be my 4th. So I'm going to get more out there, but I wouldn't count on a regular posting schedule until I'm on the road, which will be January. So in January, I'm going to try and I'll map it out, but essentially I would like to do a vlog for each state that I'm in or each location that I go. So that'll kind of be more of like it's a once every week or once every other week kind of deal. I know a lot of YouTubers who are really good, and I commend you because I clearly suck at video. But the YouTubers that are really good at this, they do normally like 1 to 2 a week. I would love to get to that level as I get more comfortable, but right now I think I need to keep it at like 1 a week and or every other week. But I want to do a vlog for every place I go. If you guys have more videos that you'd like to see that aren't vlog geared, tell me what you want them to be about and I can definitely film those for you. Once the van is done and I'm on my way, I think my time will like free up a little bit more and I'll be a little less crazy and I can actually film the things you want to see. But for now, I hope that answered a ton of your guys' questions. Let me know if you have any more in the comments below and I'll answer them on here or Instagram. But I appreciate it and I'll talk to you guys later.